Greetings, yogis. Namaste. Today I am continuing my series focusing on the spine and the back, specifically upper back, shoulders, and neck today. I do want to keep in mind that the spine is part of a whole unit. So even though we'll be targeting kind of like more the upper part of the spine, the neck, the cervical spine, the thoracic spine, we're not going to completely ignore the lumbar and sacral area either. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting on a meditation cushion. You could be sitting in a chair, whatever works for you. We're going to start to warm up the shoulders together. If it feels comfortable for you, you can close your eyes or gently lower your gaze. Taking a moment just to arrive here. Thank yourself for showing up. I know it can be a challenge. Arriving on your seat, feeling where your sit bones contact the earth. Finding length from the crown of the head, reaching the top of your head for the ceiling. Softly toning the belly in and up. Shoulders relax down the back. Face is soft, tongue is soft. Chin is parallel with earth. Tuning into the breath. Option to keep your hands on your thighs or your knees, or bring them to heart center in a prayer mudra. Or maybe place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Transferring awareness to the rise and fall of chest and belly. Bring a smile to your lips. Deep in the inhales and the exhales. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth or nose. Returning the breath to normal. Perhaps you set an intention to stay present, tuning into the sensations you feel in your body as we go through our practice. Listening for any messages your body may be trying to give you. Focusing on posture, breath awareness, and mobility. Okay, releasing the hands down by your sides. We're going to start out with the neck, so gently lowering your right ear to your right shoulder. And breathe. We're going to roll through center nice and slow over to the other ear. And we'll just stop there for now. Just hold here. Other ear to other shoulder. And we'll roll back through center, Pausing in the middle, allowing the chin to release to the chest. Rolling back on over to the other side. Where we begin, we're going to add on a little bit. We're going to extend opposite arm diagonally, like you're reaching away, like your ear and your fingertips are reaching away from each other. Nice long diagonal line here. Go ahead and nod your head forward and back. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. Only going back if it feels okay for you. Staying present with the breath. And just allowing it to feel good. All right, gently returning everything to neutral. Shake it out. We're gonna drop other ear to other shoulder. Extending your opposite hand long at a diagonal. Fingertips nice and active. Think about a nice long line from the fingers to the ear. Make sure you're not gripping or clenching anywhere else. And then find that nodding forward and back. Again, nice and slow. With the neck, you never want to rush anything, especially in the beginning of our practice. And then releasing your arm, chin through center, chin to chest. This time clasp your hands behind your head, release your elbows towards each other, gentle pressure, finding an opening in the back of the neck and the upper spine. Opening elbows away from each other, inhale. Exhale, we're gonna round forward and close them. Again, inhale to open. Exhale to close. One more time, inhale. And release. Good. Returning everything to neutral. Go ahead and tilt your chin for the ceiling. Finding an opening in the throat. Not forcing anything, just exploring the front of the neck. And then returning to neutral. We're going to start to get into our shoulders a little more. So we'll find some shoulder circles, forward, up, back, and around. Nice and simple, forward, up, back, and around. Linking breath with movement, inhale, exhale to release. Maybe one at a time. And back to neutral. We'll go the other direction, so coming forward, down, and back. Nice and slow. There's no rush here. Especially if it's early in the morning, you want to really take the time to get into all those nooks and crannies. All right, this is one of my favorites for warming up the shoulders. We're going to go opposite arms in opposite directions. So this arm's going to come forward, back, and around, like so. This other arm is going to come forward, back, and around. So they're just going in opposite directions. If you can't figure this out, oh, there we go. You can just do both arms same direction. And then we'll reverse. For some reason, this just really hits the right spots for me. Couple more. All right. Getting into the thoracic spine, I want you to come forward with the chest, to the side, back, and side. And then we're going to smooth it out, finding some circles, seeing how much you can keep everything else isolated besides your chest. Starting to engage the abdominals a little more. Again, there's no rush. We're going to come back to neutral, switch direction. So forward, other side, back, side. When you're ready, you can start to smooth it out, turning them into Kundalini circles. Opening up all those pathways along the central nervous system. I like to use my arms kind of bent like this, propped on my knees for a little bit of leverage here. But you don't have to, you could also have hands in prayer mudra. All right, and then returning to neutral, coming back to our shoulders, extending your arms out to the sides. I want you to flex your fingers towards you like you're trying to press two walls away. I should probably move over. Maybe I'll move on to the mat now. I'm going to switch the cross of my legs also. So arms come out to the sides, pressing through the palm of the hand, the heel of the hand, engaging the triceps. Shoulders reaching down the back towards each other, continuing to tone the belly towards the spine, lengthening through the crown of the head, flexing the fingers towards you like you're trying to press two walls away. And then we'll find some rotation forward and back. So rotating like you're trying to wash those two walls. It's gonna feel a little funky. We don't do this very often. Think about spreading your fingers wide. Just do a couple more here. I know it's a simple move, but it's really challenging. But this is really healthy for wrist hygiene, for shoulder mobility. All right, go ahead and roll out your wrists. Shake them out. All right, bring the palms together in front of you, interlace your fingers, open your elbows wide, try to pull your fingers apart, but resist. Find an arching cat back, chin to chest. Oh, there we go. Stretching through the area between the two shoulder blades. Feel free to find some intuitive movement here. Maybe you go a little side to side. Doing what feels good for your body. Returning through neutral, we're just going to stretch out the shoulders and triceps now. So drawing your right arm across the body, pulling it towards you, shoulder out of the ear. Try not to put pressure directly on your elbow. Try to keep your fingers nice and active. And breathe. So the more you kind of leverage your arms against each other, the more you should feel the stretch in the shoulder. I feel it in my deltoid muscle right here. Here we go. And then we'll switch sides. So left arm comes across the body, pulling it towards you, shoulder down the back and out of the ear. Breathe. And release. release, shake it out. Reaching the right arm up, bend your arm like you're trying to pat yourself on the back, and then find your tricep stretch by pressing against the elbow, lifting in the heart space, toning the belly to support the spine, and breathing into the back of that arm, maybe the back of the neck. There we go, gently release, and we'll switch sides. So pat yourself on the back, pressing onto the elbow, lifting in the heart space, toning the belly. And deep breaths. You might also feel this one in the shoulder or the back of the neck. All right. All right, we're gonna bring the arms forward, swim them around behind, palms face each other, interlace your fingers if you can. If not, go ahead and clasp elbows. If you can interlace your fingers, think about extending your arms straight, magnetizing the wrists towards each other, finding an opening in the heart center, opening in the chest. Maybe you find a little back bend. Maybe you gaze up. And then option to come forward. Ooh. Gently coming back up. Shake out your hands. Ooh, there we go. We're just going to stretch out our wrists a little bit. So I'm going to bring my palms together, and I'm going to turn one of them upwards, one of them downwards. I'm just going to press against each other. So it's going to look a little different. Oh, excuse me, depending on how flexible your wrists are. Mine are pretty flexible. So you might not be able to get this like deep 90-degree angle that I'm getting, but we're just trying to stretch out the bottom of the forearm. So you could also do this where you're pulling your fingers towards you, kind of like a Spider-Man, like, but really opening here. You could also pull one finger at a time. See how that feels for you. Shaking it out. And then like you're trying to get somebody to kiss your hand, then pulling it towards you. This is going to stretch out the top of the forearm here. So all these stretches we've done so far, you could do anywhere really. Sitting in a chair, sitting in bed, other side. All right, and then shake it out. So far we've kind of stretched out our neck, shoulders. I'm going to show you how to add on to those shoulder stretches we just did. So the first one was this deltoid stretch across the body, pulling it towards you. Optional up level would be to come into eagle arms, eagle wrap. So you would continue to wrap your arms around each other. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what this looks like. Once you get your arms wrapped, and you might not be able to get your palms together today, maybe one day, you're going to lift your elbows up to shoulder height and then palms away from the face, if you can. So this is eagle arms, Garudasana. And then you can add a little cat-cow back bend here. So inhale, arching the back, lifting everything for the ceiling. Exhale, crunching forward, elbows towards the navel, maybe chin to chest. So really getting into the upper spine here. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. One more time, here we go. No rush. Inhale and exhale. Okay. All right, and then gently release. Shake it out. We'll do that on the other side. So left arm would come across the body. So you can stay here with this deltoid stretch, or you can continue to wrap your arms around each other, finding your eagle wrap. Once you're here, lifting the elbows up to shoulder height, drawing the palms away from the face. If this is enough, stay here. Option to add on the vinyasa. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, crunching. Inhale, open. Exhale, contracting. One more time. And release. All right, ooh. Shake it out. So how can we up-level that tricep stretch? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get up on my toes here, start to get into my feet a little bit. So we'll start out with the right arm. So reaching, patting yourself on the back. Instead of pressing on my elbow this time, I'm gonna reach around behind. So this is called cow face arms. So on this side, I'm actually able to reach my fingers. From here, toning the belly, and then lifting in the heart space. Maybe you gaze up. And then gently release. We'll switch sides. Pat yourself on the back, reach around behind. If you can't reach your fingertips, you can use a strap or a scarf or a necktie, or just grab onto your t-shirt, or just continue to reach. One more breath. And then release. All right, we're gonna start to do some twisting. So finding a comfortable seated position. Actually, you know what, let's give our knees a break here. And we'll come into a forward fold. So coming to your mat, if you are not already there, extending your legs out long in front of you. Rooting into the earth, removing the flesh from underneath the sit bones. Think about extending out through the balls of the feet, lengthening through the crown of the head, reaching your arms up high, shoulders down the back, out of the ears, and then we're going to come forward like you're trying to reach for something in front of you. Trying to keep a flat back as much as you can. Once you feel that you are about to round in your spine, fingertips find the earth, and then just hold here for a couple of breaths. On your inhales, lengthen through your spine. On your exhales, releasing further forward. We'll be here for a few rounds of breath, so really take your time. I'm gonna put a blanket under my feet, just for fun. I'm gonna reach for my two big toes with my peace fingers. As I release further forward into the fold, I can continue to walk the flesh out from under my sit bones, continuing to tone the belly towards the spine. And then whenever you're ready, releasing your upper back and the chin to the chest. And gently walking the hands back up. All right, let's kind of lay down on our backs. We'll come into a spinal twist, a nice reclined spinal twist. So go ahead and lower down to your elbows. And then just gently find a windshield wiper motion here. Checking in with the low back. We haven't done much with the low back. And then go ahead and lower all the way down to the earth. Ooh, there we go. Coming into Shavasana for just a moment. Allowing everything to release. Go ahead and draw your knees into your chest. Rock and roll side to side. Think about massaging the low back here. Okay. Roll out your ankles. Lower your feet to the earth. Shift your hips to the left. Bring your arms out to the sides in a T shape or a cactus. And then we're just going to lower our legs over to the right. Oh yeah. So you can always put something there for support, like a little blanket. Just depends how deep you want to go, how flexible you're feeling, how warmed up you are. Think about the low back, toning your abdominal muscles gently to support the spine. Arranging each vertebrae by vertebrae, beginning with the sacral and then the lumbar spine. You can also experiment with how far out you have your legs. The further out you have your feet, the more intense this is going to be. The more you have them tucked in, the less intense it will be. And then moving into the rib cage, pressing that left shoulder blade down into the earth, twisting through the mid-back, and then maybe turn and gaze over your left shoulder. Ooh, there we go. On your inhales, make your spine nice and long. And then on your exhales, think about twisting a little tiny bit deeper. All right, we're gonna gently switch sides. So take your time here, releasing the low back first, Opening up. Fixing your clothes if you need to. Preparing to shift over to the other side. So we're going to shift the hips to the right, arms come out to the sides, and then legs fall to the left. I'm going to put this blanket back here. I'm going to double it up actually. This side's kind of tight for me. There we go. Whew. Thinking about the low back first. You can also use this left hand on your knees and leverage if you want to play around with that. Finding the rotation in the low back, the hips, the middle back, the upper back. Pressing that right shoulder blade into the earth, and then gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthening in the spine. Exhale, twisting deeper. One more breath here. And then we're just going to gently release through center. We're going to come into happy baby. Ooh, my stomach is making a lot of sounds. I think all these twists can really like release some gas, or maybe I'm just hungry. All right. Drawing your knees towards your armpits, extend your feet towards the ceiling, flex your feet towards you like you're trying to kick the ceiling. And then we're going to reach for the outer edges of our feet. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana. So you should feel a little opening in the groins here. Feel free to rock your baby side to side. And then feel free to extend your legs. This is one of my favorite ways to stretch my groin. Recline, wide-legged straddle. Whew. Or you can do Peter Pan, one at a time. Massaging out any remaining tension in the back, in the spine. And then we'll come into a reclined butterfly. I'm just going to do a little bit of core work. These are called reach throughs. So bring the palms together in front of you. We're literally going to curl up in the body and try to reach through. I really don't have big range of motion here. And then releasing back over the head. So we're going to exhale in the crunch up. Inhale, coming back down. We'll do just like 10 of these. Nice and slow. Six. Really pressing your hands together here. 7. And 3. 2. And 1. So we're going to come up. Hold here and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and release everything, full body stretch. Whew. All right, we got to stretch out our chest. Chest is part of the whole upper back, shoulders, neck system. So I'm going to flip over onto my left hip here, and then I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna extend my left arm towards you, and then I'm gonna lay down until I feel an opening in my pectoral. All right, gently coming through center. I'm gonna switch sides. So laying down on my right hip, extending my right arm behind me. Ooh, till I feel that nice chest stretch. Gently coming through center, we're gonna meet in child's pose. Coming onto our knees, arms outstretched above the head, hips reaching for the heels, releasing the forehead to the earth. Coming forward onto all four hands and knees, finding some quick cat-cow, pressing the mat away, rounding the spine. Inhale, lowering the belly, lifting the gaze, tops of the feet pressing into the earth. Cat back, exhale. Inhale to cow. One more time. And releasing it. Ooh. Go ahead and shake out your wrists. Okay. One more shoulder stretch, thread the needle. So I'm going to start shifting the weight into my right hand, opening up to the left, and then threading it underneath and through. Pressing the tops of the feet into the earth, finding a stretch in the back of the neck and the shoulder. Gently coming out. Oh, there we go. Switching sides. Gently releasing everything. Walking the hands forward, coming into puppy pose. Actually, I'm gonna move back a little bit. Excuse me, or child's pose. So with puppy pose, I'm gonna keep my hips above my knees. It's a much deeper, more intense shoulder opener. You can release your forehead to the mat or your chin to the mat. Continuing to press the tops of the feet into the earth. And breathe. Ooh, all right. Coming forward onto your knees. Finding some quick shoulder rolls. Inhale, reaching your arms up high. Turn your palms forward. Bring your arms out to a cactus, field goal shape. I'm going to turn to face you. So arms up, facing forward. Bring them out to field goal. Inhale, reaching up. Maybe you look up. Maybe you find a small back bend. Exhale, opening field goal or cactus. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Oh, sorry, opening. Inhale, maybe you draw your palms together. Exhale, open, lifting. 5 more. 3. 2. And 1. Very nice. All right. Last exercise to stretch out the back I'm going to show you. And then we'll do a little Shavasana. You're going to come to sit on your sit bones. Heels are on the earth, knees are bent, feet are flexed. I'm going to plant my left palm by my hip, reaching my right arm up nice and tall, across the body, reaching for the outer edge of that left foot. And then I'm going to resist. I'm going to pull against my foot, but I'm not going to allow it to move. And you should feel the stretch activate along your spine, along your back, depending on kind of how you angle yourself, and how hard you pull. So I'm going to give you a few breaths here to play around with this. And then gently release. Oh yeah, we'll switch sides. So reaching the left arm up tall across the body for the outer edge of that right foot, and then pull, release the neck, release the chin to the chest if you want to, and enjoy the stretch. All right. And then gently releasing. We're just going to come lay down on our backs. Coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Set yourself up however you like. You can put a couple of blankets under your thighs maybe. Coming to lay down on your elbows first, and then rolling all the way down onto your back. Releasing everything. We'll be here for a couple minutes. Shavasana is your chance to absorb and digest, relax, release, and let go. Try to stay with your breath. Maybe you even cover your eyes. Returning your awareness to your breath. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Rolling out the wrists and ankles. Moving your knees and elbows. Draw the knees into the chest. Make yourself really small. Rolling onto your left side. Taking a moment listening to the messages of your stomach that's always a little hungry. We're going to use the strength of our arms, pressing ourselves up to seated. I'm going to return to my meditation cushion, which is a Florenzi. Pretty sure I got it on Amazon. It's really comfortable though. I like using it for meditation. If you like to end your practice here, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I hope that your neck and shoulders, upper back, maybe even your lower back as well, feel a little bit looser, maybe a little more relaxed. If not, I would like to invite you to join me for a 5-minute meditation seated. After all, the entire purpose of yoga is to support the body to sit in meditation. So I can usually sit still for maybe a minute or two and then I start squirming. It's definitely a challenge. We're going to try to sit for 5 minutes and just really tuning into the breath here. Thoughts will come and go. Trying to release them without judgment and just keep returning to the breath. Returning to your breath. Staying present. Continuing to stay with your breathing. Returning your awareness to your breathing. Inhaling, reaching your arms overhead. Exhale, drawing them down to heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light that is in you. In that spirit, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel and for watching this video about pain in the spine, especially chronic back pain. This video in particular focused on the upper back, neck, shoulders, the thoracic spine, cervical spine. And I hope that you enjoyed that meditation. I practice meditation pretty regularly, especially lately since I've become a yoga teacher. And I'm also certified in mindful eating, which has pushed me into developing more of a mindfulness practice. So I meditate at least 2, sometimes 3 times a day for about 5 to 15 minutes, depending on what's going on. And I have found that I really have smoothed out a lot of the rough edges in terms of just day-to-day ups and downs. Life feels generally pretty nice and stable, so that's pretty cool. So I would encourage you to develop a meditation practice, if possible, in your own life as well. Would love to talk to you more about that. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.